So we continue section B. So normally in this section you'll be required to answer any 3 questions. So but we shall in our revision we do all the questions. So we go straight to question 2, and this question is about explain the circumstances under which an employer may contravene a contract. So here we talk about circumstances under which an employer breaches employment contract. So this one is about employment contract, or a law relating to contract of employment. So an employer may contravene an employment contract under the following circumstances. So failing to pay agreed wages or salaries on time in full as stipulated in the contract. Another one is modifying terms of employment, such as working hours or duties without employee consent or proper notice. Unfair dismissal, terminating employee contract without following the process or valid reasons. So the reasons, for example, for unfair or grounds for unfair dismissal include female pregnancy, participating in trade union activity. So those are illegal grounds for terminating contracts. So we call that one unfair dismissal. Non-provision of benefits. So failing to provide agreed benefits, for example, leave, health insurance, or allowances as per the contract. And then breach of safety obligations. So not ensuring a safe working environment is also violating implied terms under the Occupational Safety and Health Act. Another one is discrimination. So the employer engaging in discriminatory practices such as unequal treatment based on gender, race, or other factors, breaching and discrimination clauses. So we saw this one has an origin in the International Labour Organization, ILO. So it is among the ILO conventions and recommendations. And then non-compliance with working conditions. So ignoring agreed conditions such as rest period or overtime as specified in the contract is also another breach of contract. And then unauthorized deductions. So deducting salaries or benefits without legal or contractual justification, as seen in Mr. Sam's case. And also disclosing employees' personal information without consent if prohibited by the contract. So those are situations under which the employer contravenes the contract of employment. So when it comes to law relating to employment contract, then another question that most of the time you will find it in exam is you knowing the particulars of employment contract and also certificate of service, the procedure for redundancy. So make sure that you also read about that one. So question 2B. Abundant Law Firm has been requested to present a paper on proposed changes on Employees' Rights and Employment Act at an employers conference. Prepare the content that will be in the presentation. So the presentation content heading: proposed changes to employees' rights in the Employment Act. So there is introduction there, which is an overview of the Employment Act, role in employing employee rights, and the need for updates to address the modern workplace challenges. So that one is according to the request. And then there is a content on enhanced maternity and paternity leave. So after introduction, enhanced maternity and paternity leave. So propose, so the Abundant Law Firm will propose about the extending maternity leave to 120 days and paternity leave to 120 days to 21 days paternity leave to promote work-life balance and gender equality. So they can also propose about remote work protection, introducing provisions for remote workers, including raised fair compensation, equipment support, and reasonable working hours. So they can also propose anti-discrimination clauses, strengthening anti-discrimination law to cover emerging issues such as ageism, disability, and sexual orientation, with stricter penalties for violations. Another one can be mental health support. So mandating employers to provide mental health resources and reasonable accommodations for employees with mental health conditions. Gig economy rights, extend employee rights such as wage and leave to gig and contract workers to address exploitation in formal sector. Another one, they can propose on whistleblower protection, introduce clauses to protect employees who report workplace violations from retaliation, ensuring safe grievance reporting. So another one is a flexible working hours. Propose rise to flexible schedules for employees with caregiving responsibilities to enhance productivity and retention. Another one is mandatory safety training. So requiring employers to conduct regular safe training and provide personal protective equipment, PPEs, aligning with the Occupational Safety and Health Act, and also the conclusion to the request is emphasize the changes, or emphasizing that the proposed changes aim to create fair, inclusive, and safe workplaces, benefiting both employees and employers through improved morale and productivity. So that is a conclusion about what they have proposed. So they emphasize how the changes will benefit both the employer and the employees. So introduction, then there is introduction, then the changes they proposed, and then there is a conclusion at the end. So that is how it should be. So that is the content that will be presented there.
So if you like this video, you can always enroll with us. You'll be able to access more of these revision sessions, and also you'll be able to find well done lectures or pre-recorded videos for all the KASNEB courses as well as Rchrp. And in case of anything, you can always reach us out. We have our contact details on the screen. Feel free to call, feel free to WhatsApp anytime. So thank you, and let's meet in our next session.